Welcome everybody to our audio commentary of Shyamalan's Lady in the Water. That's right, we're doing another M. Night Shyamalan film, our third now. So, but
Yay.
before we start, because the movie starts right away with a narration that I want us to pay attention for the sake of, Jova, who has never seen this film.
Yeah.
So, yeah, could you quickly sum up your history of this film?
I watched it when I was, like, I don't know, 12, maybe, with a friend. And from what I remember, I actually liked it. So when I heard people disliking it, really hard, I was a bit confused. So this is me rewatching it for the first time in years. I
goody.
hope I can understand why I was wrong, I guess.
This should be interesting. Don't worry, Theo. I've got notes here prepared right here.
Really? Yes, that's right. This is going to be a lesson. Pay attention, class, with Professor Pedro as the mentor.
No, that's just because. Well, I'll get to that when we get to the movie. Okay, everybody ready?
Ready.
Okay, audience, just start before any logos even start popping up. Like, basically, you should be watching a black screen while you're paused right now. Like, seriously, before any logo pops up at all. So, 3, 2, 1, click. Oh yeah, the Warner Brothers that logo. That's it. I actually forgot it was the Warner Brothers logo.
Okay.
All right, at least we got some great music from James and Howard. That's always good.
It reminds me of Fable, the Fable franchise.
Fable free notwithstanding. Because that game sucks.
It's just boring.
That Dreamcast?
Hey, you're right! Okay, so apparently Sega respects the whims of these ancient water beings. That would explain why the villain of Sonic Adventure was in fact Chaos, a water demon. It all makes sense now.
Okay. So... yeah, I remember this narration. Basically, the whole premise of mermaids.
Yeah,
sort
basically
of.
what he's trying to get across... Okay, hold on.
Yes, man is evil.
Wow, the movie literally just started and Shyamalan is already being as subtle as a fucking anvil.
I'm sorry, there's actually subtlety here. He just immediately said we're evil.
No, this is not Shyamalan. But I mean, the word subtlety doesn't exist in his vocabulary. So
yeah, hey, you know what, Pedro? I mean, Pedro, this is actually like a neat cartoon. I'm sure it's going to be a wonderful animation picture.
Okay, here's the first thing I have a question on, because I remember this thing. Why exactly are wolves enemy of water type human beings? Doesn't really
the answer is I don't have no idea. The movie never explains it, so...
I mean, I guess the idea of having a natural nemesis that tries to snatch the babies before they can be brought back to their parents. But why exactly wolves?
I don't know.
You know,
Okay.
I guess it's Shyamalan watching Neverending Story and got scared as shit by Mork just as I did.
Hey, Pedro, you know what's a shame? The fact that I think that there was actually potential in this movie as an animated picture. I mean, that actual first half seems somewhat artistic. Oh, and never mind.
Space, Paul, personal space. Jesus Christ.
Okay, remind me. Since
So this is our main character, played by Paul Giamatti. Yes, they actually got Paul Giamatti into this. Why,
Yay.
Paul? I already heard that name. What else he did?
Recently he did The Secret of Mr. Banks. He's a really charismatic actor. And I'm sad that he's being wasted here.
Well, hey, maybe this will be hilarious like The Happening.
Well, considering there's a fat lady in the background, I'm not...
Okay, allow me to, for the sake of Jova, allow me to say...
He's killing a rat or a cockroach,
yeah, but basically he's trying to kill a rat or something like that. Okay, basically, Jova, what we were told in that narration is that a long time ago in the lands of whatever, there were ladies in water who gave advice to humans.
Yeah, I got that.
But the humans became violent and evil, so they stopped listening, and so the water chicks kind of stopped talking to humans.
Oh.
So basically, every once in a while, they send one of their babies, if I recall, that it's brought by a giant eagle back to their homeland.
I'm sorry, too. I couldn't listen to you say that without laughing.
Honestly, since it's clearly a fairy tale, my suspension of disbelief is enough for that. Oh boy, is the critic.
Okay, Jova. That character with glasses, he's the movie critic. Also, ass shot. What?
Yeah.
Did Toriyama take over?
Or Michael Bay.
How nice.
Can we actually see her now?
Get all of that back, Jova.
Okay.
So basically, Jova, that character with glasses right there, he's a movie critic.
Oh,
Guess what's gonna happen to him?
He's gonna die.
Yep.
Let me guess, he's the personification of everyone who has an issue with M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, he's very cynical.
But basically, this movie is basically M. Night Shyamalan's personal anti-critic rant.
Really? A movie about a lady in the water of
basically,
mystical
the introduction
origins.
is about to show us basically this whole movie is centered around this what's the name, hotel motel thingy, basically group of apartments, and this introduction is basically set to show us who lives here. Basically, Paul Giamatti is the guardian of the place, yeah. And basically, the different characters who live there, each have their own personality. Like this guy who either masturbates a lot or has some steroids in just one arm because he has only his right arm developed, like a freakish abomination.
I'll say.
Jesus Christ.
To be fair, though, I watched this movie when I was little, so no masturbation jokes came around.
Okay, allow me to give some background on the movie. This movie actually originally came out from the release for this movie originally came from a fairy tale that M. Night Shyamalan used to tell as a bedtime story to his daughter. And he said in an interview that the idea behind this film was to create a film where basically M. Night Shyamalan doesn't like rules being told how he says that he understands how usually people make films, but he wanted to make a film where he's willing to break any rule of filmmaking to create something truly original and unique.
Oh boy, I can see where this is going to go.
Basically, Shyamalan believes that originality requires breaking rules. Never mind, we have stuff like Spirited Away, which was originality in its more pure form, and yet it broke no rules of filmmaking, but that's a rant for another time.
I mean, okay, look. I can understand some people getting frustrated by quote-unquote rules of filmmaking, but when you're going out of your way to purposely break those with only the sense of being original and no other goal in mind, chances are you're going to make a mess of a film.
No, but according to Shyamalan, he's basically making an experiment where, let's see if just having faith will eventually make a good movie out of this.
Well,
He's making a movie purely on faith.
Hey, Mr. Shyamalan, here's a better idea. Why don't you make something like a short film as opposed to, a big budget picture on that sort of whim, and then see if it works.
All right, here's another problem with Paul Giamatti's performance. For some reason, I'm thought it would be a good idea to have Paul act like he's about to pass out for some reason.
I guess he's supposed to be asthmatic.
I can confirm that the Italian voice acting fixed that. So there's a bonus, I guess.
That you mentioned that too. Paul Giamatti. He's named Paul Giamatti. Is Giamatti an Italian name?
Not really. Okay. It's more of Italian American, just like Jimmy Palmiotti.
Oh, Italian American. Okay.
It's something. It's something Italian Americans do because half of their Italian heritage, but it's not a common surname here.
Okay, here's one of the main problems I also have with this movie is
wow. Okay, that's like 5 problems Pedro's pulled out already. I can tell we're in for an adventure here.
Trust me, Joe. This movie baffles not just me, baffles a lot of people. Another problem you might have already noticed with this movie. Look at the direction. I mean, this
You mean
is one
aside
of those,
from the fact that its name
this
is
is
M.
probably
Night?
this is aside from Last Airbender. This is probably M. Night Shyamalan's worst film in terms of technical direction.
Oh boy.
I mean, there's not a single. I can think of a single good shot in this film. Most of the shots in this film, and it's become more apparent later on when the lady shows up, are very weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
Paul is sleeping and shit.
You know, I just realized something. Since he's already told us, the big thing about the mystical lady in the water, is there actually going to be a twist to this film?
Actually, this one doesn't have a twist, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
It's a second category twist. It's something you don't expect to be actually existing, and it actually exists.
But it's not so much a twist when the title is literally in the name and we actually see the lady in the water on the cover.
Who says it's related to that?
nobody's saying it's supposed to have a twist, Joe, but it's just that
I'm sorry.
I'm guessing by this point he got tired of people calling bullcrap on his plot twists.
I'm actually surprised.
Well, this movie didn't have a twist. Happening didn't. I mean, I guess you want to call. Oh, it was all because nature and shit. We actually knew that from the beginning,
point.
so not really.
I guess that's a good point.
Last Airbender didn't have a twist, and After Earth didn't have a twist. So.
Well, I guess to be fair, Last Airbender wasn't. Okay, so that's surprising. Yet, I almost thought that he kept doing the twisting. Guess not.
No, he kind of stopped a bit after that. It's mostly because of his early movies that he got that fame of being the plot twist guy.
That's kind of a shame, seeing as how that was what made him iconic. Of course, then again, he seems to be focused on absolutely destroying all that these days.
What year is The Village?
Ooh.
Jump scare, I guess.
Wow, that had to be the worst jump scare ever.
Look at Paul. Look at Paul. I saw you. And then he pulls his head down. Like it's like he's nearly at the brink of fainting. I have other problems with the movie, but I'll bring that up when they become relevant. No,
Okay.
it's a pool.
My
How do you
God.
mean it's not safe? It's a swimming pool.
No, he's saying that because, he's not seeing her coming up, so he thinks she's drowning.
Okay, thank you for. Yeah, we clearly had to watch Paul Giamatti fully leaving the shot inch by inch, right?
And now he's surfacing back up.
That was integral to the plot.
Hey, Giamatti, maybe you should take your shoes off first. You
Alright,
could drown it. You could drown it. Those things weigh you down, but whatever.
Thank you for that shot of Paul Giamatti's balls. I totally needed that.
I can see what you.
Ouch.
Ow!
That's gotta hurt.
What was that, Joe? But you can see what?
I can see what you mean by all the bad shots. I mean, that scene is badly lit and everything.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that
Oh,
it's
trust me, it's gonna get even
slanted.
worse.
I can't
trust
get a
me.
clear look at times.
Oh, trust me, it's gonna get even worse, actually. Anyway, yeah, now he's also drowning, apparently. So that's it. Goodbye.
And he wakes up, of course.
So I guess someone's headcanon is that he died that night and all this is an hallucination or a dream he's having.
That would be. I think there's a lot of movies that
hello
have
there.
already done that.
All right, so this
Also,
actress
butt
actually.
cheek on a girl.
So yeah, this actress right here, she's actually kind of a Shyamalan veteran, kind of, because she was in Signs and The Village before this movie.
Let me guess. She's the lady in the water.
Yep.
Yes, she is.
Oh,
And guess,
great.
and by the way, Jova, once you hear her name, you'll start to probably guess exactly what this movie's going for. Her name is Story.
Oh no, he's not gonna try to do that now, is he?
Hold on, I'll bring it up later.
Oh, hi, Ariel. An awakening.
I know I'm not playing Fire Emblem Awakening, sorry.
Wait a minute.
Oh, you totally should. It's an awesome game.
I know, but I I can't stand GameStop still selling 3DS games, even used at like 40 euros or something.
Mm.
I'll probably get it passed by a friend. Naked.
Paul, you're not at all confused over the fact that you just found a naked chick in a
You
swimming
almost
pool.
drowned.
Again,
Your own
she's...
Yeah, okay. So here's another problem. Now it's become relevant, so allow me. Here's another main problem that is present in pretty much every Shyamalan movie after Unbreakable. The characters don't behave like regular people.
I guess that's somewhat allowed because of the circumstances.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but if I found a naked chicken in the swimming pool and then somehow thought I drowned and then I woke up, I would be a bit, what happened? Who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do have to agree. I do have to agree.
I think he's a little too calm about this.
Yeah. What's weird is
Maybe he
like,
has like some sort of chlorine pollution due to the pool or something.
I'm actually
really don't
hoping
think that affects your
Doug
mind.
Walker gets one day to review this movie because this movie really needs the Doug Walker treatment.
you know what's weird is like, well,
I'm more content with just cinema scenes of covering it.
Well, anywho, either way though, yeah, you're right. He's not asking nearly enough questions because, okay, look, there's suspension of disbelief over how someone would act in these circumstances, but I'm pretty sure that it's widely agreed that someone would at least be asking a few questions like, am I alive? Am I dead? Is this all a dream or something? Yet he asks none of those. In fact, has he asked her any real big questions outside of her name?
Not really. He's just staring at her creepily.
Huh. You know, I feel isn't she supposed to be the creepy one?
And now,
No, not really.
So yeah, I guess we'll see how many aerial jokes I can make. Seriously, a redhead rescuing a man from water and now apparently falling in love with him because she's now cradled in his arms for some reason. Hello, where did that come from?
well, actually, Jova, technically there is a reason, but but then again, it goes back to one of the other improvs out of the movie. But I'll bring it up when it's relevant.
Okay.
Get up, story.
What a funny story.
Yeah, I have to admit, Story, I don't think I've ever met anyone with the name Story before.
Trust me, Jova, when you figure out what Shyamalan is going for with this movie, it's just... we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I've heard so many bizarre and unrealistic names, yet Story may be the one name I don't think I could believe anyone ever having. It's like one of those words that you just can't see associated with a person.
It will become clear when you see what Shyamalan is going for with this movie.
Yeah. Which is weird. Sorry.
Let's try it. Line? Okay.
So let me guess.
So Paul, you're not at all confused? You don't have any questions for her? No,
I'm
you're
actually
just going...
surprised he doesn't call the police.
That too.
It's almost like she's the one who was knocked out on the floor and almost drowned, and he's the one who rescued her, as opposed to the other way around. Where is he taking her anyway?
I think this is where we see... Yeah, there's the wolf. Basically, Jova, there are wolves after Story, and they want to eat her.
Because, again, to the whole premise of wolves being natural enemies of mermaid people.
Basically, the natural enemy of ladies in water are weird, badly CGI'd wolves who want to eat for no reason other than just for the sake we need some danger in this movie, I guess.
Maybe it's because they're vampires?
I don't know. Well, that would be an interesting twist.
There we go. Oh, there we go. There he is.
Okay. So, maybe we should go back inside now where it's safe?
Yeah, that's what he's going for. No, well, he actually doesn't.
Come on, there are wolves out there!
I love how the wolf is not even trying to run.
I'm sorry. That was supposed to be humorous, right?
That was I don't know.
I'm sorry. There's no way you could expect us to take that seriously. His eyes bulging out
Jova, you're talking about the guy who wrote and directed The Happening.
and thought that was going to be serious.
Yeah.
Even still, though, why did the wolf not even give chase?
Here's another trait from Paul Giamatti's character. Whenever he's nervous, he stutters, which is a natural thing. So I guess that's not a problem.
So, yeah. Any reason why the wolf didn't even try to get them?
Because plot convenience. So let me get this straight. You're trying to tell a cop that a giant CGI wolf tried to kill you.
Yeah,
Wow.
actually, whoa.
Well-
Actually, here's another question I came up with. I know, again, my suspension of disbelief is enough for sustain a fairy tale, but what this movie asked me to expect that in our modern society, where we can basically see and monitoring everything, have forgotten about an ancient race of mermaid people
True, that too.
and wolves that predate sperm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we would have found something about that in our ancient
I mean,
studies.
again, with the whole logic of a fairy tale, I can understand that, but since this movie tries to be a bit more realistic and center around our real world, that creates a bit of a problem.
That's the problem with a lot of M. Night Shyamalan's films.
It's one thing to have. It's one thing to have like a natural fairy tale in a fictional world, but this movie is going for a fairy tale fiction meets real world. You know,
Isn't that kind of like the problem with?
I mean, it's exactly the same problem I had with the beginning of the second Peter Pan movie, aside from the whole, I'm praying for the other problems in that. I mean, you were expecting me that in full World War II, no one noticed Captain Who's galleon going, basically swagging along all London.
Yeah, that was kind of out there.
Pretty much.
Female Rufio.
Hey, yeah, whoa, speak of the devil. And who is this chick?
This.
Our
Okay.
racist
Basically,
stereotype of
Jova.
the day.
Basically, Jova. The purpose of this chick is to be the exposition dump. Basically, her entire purpose, together with her grandma, is to spout expositions about the lore and the story.
Goody,
And
what's her name and who's she played by?
I don't know. Like, can you? I don't remember any of these characters' names.
She has a rooster thing on her head.
I will never understand why people actually think those hairdos are cool. They look at her. She looks like a fucking peacock.
Oh boy.
Here we go. Okay, Jova, are you ready for some exposition?
Sure.
Basically, Jova, her mother apparently remembers about the whole mythology and shit.
Okay. I might as well take a listen then.
Like a prayer.
She knew someone who knew someone. Brilliant writing.
Okay.
Everyone
What
dies.
the? Okay, her grandma just left that scene, I guess.
No, it's not just that. I'm a bit confused. Why she's not willing to tell him this thing? I mean, is that important? Keeping it secret, like in Harry Potter, the whole mage society thing.
I don't know.
Wait, so they've chosen him to be with her?
Yeah.
Well, could have been worse. Could have been Danny DeVito.
Tell me that wouldn't be awesome.
Mermaid finger.
Yeah.
Also, Star Wars music.
A giant eagle.
Basically, Jova, a giant eagle brought her here.
Yeah. And no, it's not the same of the Lord of the Rings.
Is this golden? Is this Lady in the Water or Golden X?
You know what this is sounding like? It's sounding almost like it's turning into a Bad Brother Bear parody.
Okay, Jova, Theo, am I the only one who noticed that incredibly stupid name that the ladies in the water call themselves? They call themselves the Narfs. Wait a minute, isn't Narf that stupid word that Pinky from Pinky and the Brain says? Narf.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure there's some
Also, naked
origin
chicks.
in Gaelic Celtic culture, but I'm not willing to make a research.
Okay, seriously, Paul, will you at least have one single reaction to a naked lady?
I
I'm
guess he wants to portray the
Jova,
tired 40-year-old man who never got laid in his life.
Ouch!
Jova, you're asking M. Night Shyamalan characters to behave like normal people.
Mark Wahlberg's kind of did. At least how I would react if I were in an M. Night Shyamalan film. So
what a
yeah,
fun story.
Okay, this shot right here.
Oh, never mind. I guess she's not
I'm
naked.
completely baffled by this shot. Okay, so we're looking at a conversation between these two. And for some reason, in the foreground, we have the wall and the curtain.
My guess is they want to symbolize the fact that, the whole thing they said on the premise, but the men on the land retreated and were more secluded into mountains and land. Even if it's not intentional, it does transmit that feel.
Gotta love how Paul Giamatti is just going along with this and doesn't even blink an eye.
No, yeah, it's actually, again, the only main concern from me for now is the fact that he doesn't alert the police about the missing girl, which is
which is weird because he called them about the wolves.
Yeah. So that could be interpreted as just a creepy turn of him, I guess.
Ew.
Okay, Shyamalan. Okay, thank you.
Okay, that was a shot of a house and a wolf growling. Basically,
you. It just says that they're keeping an eye on his house.
Wait.
Right. Paul.
Was he trying to be Jeff Goldblum there? Actually, that makes me wonder. What do you think Jeff Goldblum...
Stop staring into my soul. You can't have...
I wonder what Jeff Goldblum's performance in an M. Night Shyamalan film would be like.
Winston Payne. The critic looks like Winston Payne.
He does.
Can you back the camera away a bit? Just show them two talking.
Is he speaking?
Well, I don't know, because otherwise it will deride into one of Shyamalan's cliche. The shot that goes from one side to the other and then goes back.
No, what I mean is just keep a consistent remaining shot of the two in the same shot talking. I'm an old lady, so I'm here to spout out vague foreshadowing questions.
So let me guess, this movie's going to go in a semi-realistic tone, and then all of a sudden something magical is going to happen.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're onto something, but again, you need to witness to understand it. Hi, Kitty. 20 years.
Uh-huh.
Oh, here it is. This was probably the main reason why me and my friend watched this movie as a kid, because we knew this little kid right here. He played a major role in the TV series My Wife and Kids, the one with Damon Wayans, if I recall correctly. He played in that. He plays in this movie a super intelligent kid that solves quizzes, I think. And in that series, he played a super intelligent kid that fell in love with the young chick of the family of Damon Wayans.
So he's kind of typecast.
Yeah, and since he appeared in this movie, we saw that and said, oh, well, that should be interesting, and watch it mainly because of that.
Oh, good. I look forward to seeing what this movie's going to do with his ever so unique character.
He plays a role, but it's not very important in the whole scheme of things.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because the roles that are played needs to be considered as a amalgamation of of thing instead of everyone getting to do something. You know,
Well, at least it's not the
it's
happening.
like getting a group together.
Well, at least it's
Basically,
not the
Jova,
happening,
each
so he's
ca-
not as prone to die.
Basically, Jova, in each character has a piece of a puzzle.
Yeah.
Of course. And they're all gonna come together eventually to show us the main picture.
Yeah.
So why is it that everyone happens to know something? That's what I'd like to know. Was it just a whim or a
I
coincidence?
actually don't know even in what city we are supposed to be.
No. We never get told. They're just in this building, and that's it. The entire
because
movie takes place in this building.
Yeah, that's we don't even know if we are in basically on the edge
for-
or in
for-
the center of a city.
For all we know, we're in the fucking end of the world.
I hate movies that do this the wrong way. I mean, movies that pretty much just do, oh, it's a coincidence, without even telling us where
we could determine where we are from the weather and basically the climate and the time period.
Well, yeah. It's
But
just like,
again, it's a job for theorists and lore hunters. I cannot do that in just minutes.
yeah, sort of an issue because, like, when we
Hold on.
don't know where
Hold on,
we
guys.
are.
More exposition.
Papers, please.
Jesus, guy, what are you nervous about this time? I wouldn't be complaining so much, except it wasn't really established in his first character moments that he was always nervous the whole time.
Don't you see, Jova? He's nervous because he's fearful if he will have a career after this.
So let me get this straight. He's fearful in almost every scene except the scenes with the creepy lady from the water. What sense does this make?
Again, Jova, you're asking M. Night Shyamalan characters to behave normally.
Well, it's not so much I'm asking them to behave normally, but I'm asking them to behave in a way that's actually consistent with their character. I guess that's as much a pipe dream, too.
Yep.
So, yeah, what are her scenes going to amount to in this movie? Are they just
Jova, remember, this is the guy who thinks calculus is scary.
Oh my god, and once again, she's doing an Ariel thing, gathering stuff from the human world. Seriously, why didn't they just name her Ariel?
Because you'll see, Jova, when you figure out exactly what this movie is going for, you'll see why she's called Story. Anyway, I think it's right now. Yeah, there. Oh, hello, M. Night. How you doing?
Oh boy. Is M. Night gonna be starring in this?
Yes, he is.
Oh boy. I can already...
Did he just... What the hell did he just do? That's not even stuttering. That's...
Okay, can you remind me what I missed?
Oh,
Shyamalan itself. Okay.
With his wife, I guess? Or sister?
Sister.
Is that his sister in real life, too?
I don't know.
Remember, Shyamalan, there was a moment with Shyamalan, there was a period where Shyamalan loved to insert himself as cameo in all these movies.
Oh yeah, that's right, he has a daughter. I guess he does have a wife in real life. You know what's funny is, like, well, apparently this movie was also because he read a story to a child once, and Last Airbender was because his daughter loved Avatar The Last Airbender. I've noticed a pattern that quite a few of these movies have to do with his interactions with his daughter. I can only imagine what his daughter's thoughts were when she actually...
wonder, the name of... I can't remember the name.
Okay, hold on, let's look at this.
I guess that's a reference to The Shining.
Is that the script?
Do not read.
Okay, what the hell is wrong with you, Paul? Like, do you need to go see a doctor, dude?
Yeah. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if that woman he's been seeing is all hallucination, seeing as how he's the only one who's interacted with her. I mean, for all everyone knows, he could just be going nuts. And it would actually make sense, seeing as how he's acting crazy.
That would make the movie more interesting. So no, that's not what they're going for.
Oh. Okay, why do I have the feeling that a lot of these movies are just done on... You know what? I have a headcanon now. Paul Giamatti just had a stuttering problem in a lot of these scenes. So instead of having him do another take, M. Night Shyamalan pretty much just took to the script and edited it to make it that, oh, this is actually part of his character. He's just quirky like that. And yet he still left in the scenes where he didn't stutter for no reason. That's my only explanation for why he's acting so inconsistently. Hey, are we actually going to do something with this character? I realize all she's been doing is walking around the house and staring at things.
Yeah,
And
which brings
taking a shower.
Which brings me to another problem. Thank you, Joe, for that segue. The characters in this movie are about as interesting as wooden planks. I mean, they get zero development over the course of this movie.
Yeah, you know what I realized? As much as I hate a lot of M. Night Shyamalan films, at least something's
I mean,
going...
think about it, Joe. This movie is 110 minutes, 100 minutes, and we're already half hour into this. We're literally almost a third into this movie, and so far, what has happened?
Let's see, we've talked about exposition, we've seen her walk around naked, sometimes in clothes, take a shower. Nothing has happened, though. That's one thing. Yeah, nothing has happened story-wise. I mean, except that, oh, he just found a lady.
In the water. Roll credits.
Yep. I mean, like, well, nothing adventurous has happened. I mean, I know this is more realistic, but at least have something progress, but we're pretty much still where we are. Just, we have the lady in the water. That's it.
Yeah.
What? So let me get this straight.
Basically, a story here is telling him that she needs to find someone. But she doesn't know who. Well, I guess we're done with that scene. I'm sorry, Mr. Shyamalan.
Gee, I wonder why. Maybe she saw Last Airbender and thought she hated it. Yeah, I still would love to see his daughter's actual reaction to the Last Airbender movie.
That poor girl. She probably gets bullied at school.
I know. I can only imagine what all the other kids think of her, the daughter of the man who...
ruined Avatar, Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's try.
So, let me guess. M. Night Shyamalan is the guy who actually has an idea.
Hold on. Oh, just wait to Job until what is M. Night Shyamalan's role in this movie? Just wait. You'll roll in disgust.
Oh, goody. Uh-huh.
Okay, here's another problem. Another common Shyamalan problem that was probably the most prominent in Last Airbender. All the characters are constantly talking in this overly serious tone. Come on, let's go there. Come on, and whatever. Please, can you please do... There's no joy in these people. Like, seriously, smile once a bit.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I mean, and you know what's sad? It's like, well, in Last Airbender, it actually made sense that some of them would be joyless. As much as it disgusts me to admit, there was actually a war going on. Here, what's the worst thing that's happened?
A wolf appeared and tried to kill him?
Yeah, except they don't know that. Why are they all acting so unhappy? I mean, maybe it'll explain. Or maybe not.
It's called pretentious writing.
You know what would be funny is if out of the blue it turned out one of them had family issues. Just to try and add some layer to the story. What? Wait, did I just call something?
No. I'm just in awe what the hell Paul Giamatti is doing. Please,
oh, yeah. I thought he was bringing
call.
up something about having a family.
Every line he speaks, it's like he's about to break into tears.
Wow. I never thought I'd find someone who cries even more than,
oh, goody. More exposition. I think... No. Actually, no. This is another house.
Oh, hello. Who's this?
Oh, yeah. He came to
the 50s.
Basically, he came to fix the toilet.
Please tell me we're not going to see that, Grove.
Okay.
Well, I guess this is pointless. Or is this M. Night Shyamalan trying to be humorous?
I guess, yeah.
Oh, wow, that scene really was pointless. There you go. What?
Water Guardian jump scare.
Symbolism. I
What is with it? What is with this movie? I mean, it's like it's just random.
Shyamalan, Jova, it's faith. You know, there's no. I'm not even kidding. Shyamalan himself kind of admitted this. There's no thought or reasoning involved in writing this. It's just faith. Okay, let's write whatever and have faith that maybe somehow this will turn out good.
You know, Mr. Shyamalan, there's breaking the rules of movie going, and then there's just splattering it on like a paintbrush, like you're splattering it spot by spot and just hoping that it all comes together.
Okay, Jova. If I recall correctly, I think I recall what this scene is about. Since you're American, can you remind me if I correctly remember if the Second Amendment allows every American citizen to have a gun at hand or something?
Yes.
Okay, I'll mention that later.
So, what are they doing now?
Bye, story.
She needs to go, as Paul said, she needs to departure tonight.
Wait. So let me get this straight. He's literally just leaving her right there, and poof!
I guess she's... Okay, I give up. Okay. Oh, I love this shot. I love this shot right here.
What?
Okay. Third floor.
What?
Third floor. Yes. Show us every single step of what he's doing in here. We totally need to see this. Oh, hi, Story. What are you doing? Well, whoopsie fucking shit. She just got attacked by the wolf because of Paul Giamatti. Gee, what did you think was going to happen, you fucking dipshit? Calm down. She literally was just bitten by a wolf. How do you want her to come down?
Well, I guess to be fair, it was her idea.
And here's another problem. Another common Shyamalan trope. The characters are fucking dumbasses.
Okay, so now the wolf is after them.
Wow, that was terrible.
What the heck was that? What?
Yeah, for some reason the wolf cannot enter the building.
Let me guess, it's built on sacred ground.
No, it's not that.
Eh? Okay.
No. If I recall correctly,
boy. Okay, Jova, this is the scene that made pretty much everybody in the theater leave the theater in disgust. So pay attention. This is truly marvelous.
Okay. What? No, I honestly don't think he has the guts for that lady. What? Okay, dude, you're not Porky Pig.
Well, these movies,
Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's all, folks.
Actually, yeah. Hey, maybe that's what M. Night Shyamalan was trying to go for with this guy. Give me your best Porky Pig accent.
I love how Shyamalan is confused.
So, have we gotten to the scene yet that made everyone leave the theater?
We're almost there. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, it's the old Chinese lady. You know what that means?
More comedy?
More exposition. Basically, he needs her granddaughter to translate what she said because the grandma can only speak in Chinese.
Of course. Oh boy.
I love his face. He's like, oh my god, here we go.
You know what's sad when even the main character is kind of sick of the movie.
Uh,
Why
the
not just
shoes,
have...
yeah.
Okay, the only reason they would have this is comedy. Seriously, there's that comedy is literally the only reason why the granddaughter isn't there right now and making this a lot easier.
Basically, she's been poisoned by the wolf, but she has an antidote back in her lair.
Yes. You know what that means, Jova? Back to the swimming pool.
Yep.
What a funny
Ha
story.
ha 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 ha. What a funny scene. Yes, it's appropriate to have comedy as a woman is dying of poison.
The thing is, again, it's
It,
the
it
problem
depends.
is-
Well, it
If it's a
depends.
dark comedy, it can work. But the
True.
problem is that this is not
Well,
a dark comedy.
Exactly.
Remember, we are in an ambient where people, there are people that think and reason like us in the real world. So when a situation of a fairy tale is presented, they're very skeptical, of course. So she's thinking Paul Giamatti is just fucking with her.
Yeah, it depends on the type of dark comedy. It depends on the type of dark comedy you're making. Like, for example, something like what happens to Jim and Ken from Yokai Watch in season 2 when he's in Alcatraz. That's dark humor and shit, but it works because
I get that. It's not the fact that it is comedy. It's like, well, here's the problem, though. M. Night Shyamalan wants us to take this film seriously, though. So obviously this isn't a dark comedy.
As she mentioned just now, hold on. Okay. Yes, she has mentioned that she's just Jova. You haven't understood just what she just said. She has basically said there are 3 monkey judges that are basically what basically should be kept keeping the wolves at distance so they can allow the ladies in the water to return to their homeland. The thing is, somehow they did not intervene now for some reason.
Okay. I mistook the order of the scenes, Joe. But we're not yet at that scene that I was talking about that discussed. But we'll do this later.
Okay.
For now, Jova, prepare yourself because your suspension of disbelief is about to get thrown into the window. Because believe it or not, Paul Giamatti here is going to swim deep into the fucking bottom of the earth without coming out for air.
And he doesn't have any diving gear, of course.
Well, of course. You're probably thinking, why not just go to some kind of store and buy equipment? No, Jova, of course not. There's no world outside of this building. So
Also, can I point out how sloppy it is that just all of a sudden, boom, there's actually a tunnel to this ultra reality place? I mean, doesn't that sort of stuff need to be built up just a little bit?
What a funny story, Jova.
So, yeah, does he even know what he's looking for?
He's looking for some kind of liquid that is an antidote or some shit like that.
So he's looking for a liquid underwater. This can't possibly go wrong.
I forgot what it is. Oh, actually, no, it's a rock, I think. Again, I remember it's an antidote, but I couldn't really remember what exactly was it because it's been a while since I've seen this. Well, that didn't work.
Maybe you should go up for breath now.
So, okay, basically, Jova, here's his plan.
Maybe that's not a good idea, mate.
Hold on.
Oh, well, crud.
There you go. See? That's his idea.
Sticking...
No, he's using physics. You see, the thing is, even underwater, gravity is still a thing. So if you take a glass of water and hold it down underwater, there will be the water will not fill the glass. So you can use that with a straw and still breathe from the air in the glass.
Exactly. Wait. So now he needs to breathe. Okay, sure. Why not?
Okay, can I talk about how unbelievable I think this is? Why is there a giant layer of a narf here under the swimming pool and nobody noticed this when they built the fucking swimming pool?
Exactly my point. It's like, if we're to assume that nobody found this, but sort of coming out of nowhere.
Unless the nerf built it by herself.
But even still, you think someone, maybe, the pool cleaning company or, the pool cleaning staff may have noticed this vent.
I just, this is so unbelievable. I mean, I'm sorry, I refuse this idea. It's dumb. More exposition.
Yeah,
Gee, I wonder why.
I'm convinced she's supposed to be the comedy relief. None of her scenes have given me anything of value outside of comedy.
What about exposition? I mean, if we gotta give her credit, she's the only one who knows what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, that too. But the problem is how they always execute the exposition. It's always done in a comedic manner. Therefore, it's M. Night Shyamalan trying to do comedy. The problem is the fact that he wants us to take this so seriously, I can't really give a crap. Not to mention the fact that it's not really funny.
Yeah, the humor is basically just, oh, wacky antics, and the old lady is so kooky.
Uh-huh.
Well, compared to his more later on stuff, when he basically removed all traces of comedies, or he just went to
come on.
silences.
I refuse that, Tale. The Happening is a comedic masterpiece.
Again, I actually haven't watched it, so...
you're missing out.
You're missing out. Trust me, it's one of the best, so bad, it's good movies ever.
How can you make Matt Damon funny?
Don't you mean Mark Wahlberg?
The protagonist, isn't that Matt Damon?
No, it's Mark Wahlberg.
That's Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, Teo. You have to see it to believe it. Trust me. You truly, it's one of those movies you have to see to believe. Trust me.
Anywho, so back to the story now.
Yeah, it's basically he was giving her the antidote.
Yay! There was absolutely no suspense during that. He just went down and got it.
Pretty much, yeah. We're just going along because the story has to move on. Get it?
So I guess we've learned one thing, that she has a lair in the pool.
Well, the lair is not going to be mentioned ever again in this movie, so...
Oh, well, never mind then. So I guess we're sort of back to square one. Well, I guess...
to be honest, if the Goonies made me believe that the sewers of a town were connected to a giant cave where a pirate ship was hanging around, I can't believe this.
Well, that one's different too, because that one actually... Well, there was actually some build-up to that, and it was believable. Because,
not to mention the Goonies was more comedic. Not to mention the Goonies was more comedic in tone.
Yeah, this, on the other hand, though, is more serious. Not to mention the fact that, again, it's a tunnel through a vent.
My God, that wolf looks so fake.
And again, how about them garden hose?
Yeah. Don't you love garden hose?
They're so scary. Oh, no.
Symbolism, I guess.
So, can we actually have this lady in the water interact with someone who's not Paul Giamatti?
We are. She's going to interact with, guess what?
M. Night Shyamalan. What?
Okay. Basically, Jova, she believes that he's the guardian, aka the one who's supposed to protect her.
Oh, I get it, because he's the guardian of the hotel. Of course.
And the fact that he's, caring about her.
Yes, because he's also the caretaker. How freaking subtle.
Allow me to remind everybody, we're literally halfway through this movie. And so far, we literally accomplished nothing.
Here's Shamalama Ding Dong.
Is this it?
Yep, it's it. Prepare, Joe. This is the scene that made everybody leave in the theater go, fuck this, I'm leaving.
Okay.
Pay attention, Joe. This is
All right.
marvelous.
Really? Huh?
Are you sure you want to know? It's not that right.
Yeah,
It's like,
Mr.
it's like the
Shyamalan.
awkward scene in Sonic
Hold on, hold on,
Generations
hold on,
when
hold on,
Future
hold on,
Sonic
hold on.
goes
Listen.
like,
Oh boy. Yeah, but there's gonna be a few bumps in the road. What?
"Hey Shyamalan, enjoy your future. It's gonna be great."
Great!
Yeah! What? Is he actually serious?
Yes. Basically, M. Night's character is a writer. And according to
no.
story here, he's going to write a book that's going to change the world. And the man who will read this book will be so inspired and that he will eventually become president of of this country and rid every evil and rid the world of every evil or some shit like that.
Let's see. Well, yeah.
Subtle. Really subtle, Mr. M. Night Shyamalan.
Gee, I wonder how that went. Well, there was the happening.
Basically, this is the part, as you can probably guess, Joe, but this is the part where everybody said, fuck this. You know?
His ego is showing.
This is one of the most self-indulgent pieces of shit I've ever seen.
I mean, seriously, does the guy really need to give himself that big a pat on the back? I mean, look, we know you did some great films, but Jesus, dude, try and
In
at
the
least
post
hold
2006, he wasn't that clearly panned, and
I know.
so far he was praised to be the next Spielberg/Hitchcock.
Exactly.
So I think his ego was a bit inflated. The problem was, at least to me, that back in the day when I saw this movie, I didn't know that was Shyamalan himself.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that, okay, exactly my point, though. He was sort of getting praised as the next Steven Spielberg. Here's the thing, though. Even the big greats of filmmaking know not to let their ego get that big. It's like, well... And here's my problem. Why does he feel the need to praise himself that much, though? I mean, anyone
Basically, Joe, but the theory people usually have is that the Village, which was the movie that he made before this, was critically panned. And for very good reasons, because it was a piece of shit.
So he didn't respond well to that, I guess.
So this was his reaction to it all. You guys just don't understand my movie magic and shit.
Oh boy, I get it now. So this is basically him dealing with the fallout of his first critically panned film.
Yeah, pretty much.
Only for this to become critically panned itself.
Gee, I wonder why.
You know what? Actually, this begs the question. Maybe every single bad film afterwards is just him trying to get back at the world of film for rejecting him with The Village. That would actually explain a lot why a lot of these come out so badly.
Now we're in Zelda.
So yeah, at this point, so let's see. At this rate, the film has given us.
I'm sorry, Jova. What is up with this shot?
What the heck?
Seriously.
Okay, does M. Night Shyamalan's sister here have any character outside of just just outside of spouting random, I did this back when I was a kid?
Not really, no.
She's talking to a toilet.
No. She's talking to Story. Story is there in the shower, naked.
Because apparently mermaid people are like frogs. They need to be hydrated or something. Hold on.
You know what, this rate? Why didn't M. Night
Hold on, Jova. Listen.
Let me guess. M. Night's one of those people, isn't he?
Yep.
How? You know, at this rate, why didn't M. Night just make himself the main hero at this rate?
Well,
He kind of
Pedro.
does.
Well, Pedro, if you replace world humans with furred animals, you get the plot of any Sonic Adventure game.
True. But
Except it actually made sense in Sonic Adventure because that one had a proper story structure.
you see,
But yeah, I mean, seriously, with all his...
okay, but for some moronic reason, stories
Body
are communicating
language.
with words. She's using body language for some moronic reason.
I have something on my nose.
Okay. Why can't she just tell us this after she's done taking a shower?
Wow, Paul actually smiled.
Hell, wow.
Why is everybody kneeling on the floor?
Is
Is it not?
This is like a family fun moment. Except they're not a family. And this isn't fun.
Hold on.
Life Force? Okay, I think we stepped into a different movie now. Wait, what? Butterflies?
Yeah, he just realized that.
Okay, where are we going with this? This is coming out of nowhere.
But Jove, it's so magical and whimsical.
Okay, like I said, we've stepped into a different movie now. It's always... You know what would be a neat twist if it turned out she was just insane and that, you know, the wolfing was all her doing.
Oh, actually, Jova, you're not the first one to think there would be a better twist.
I can think of so many twists that would probably go better than on the route
Wait
we're
for
going.
it. Paul has an intuition.
Oh, hi, Mr. Movie Critic.
By the way, you're gonna start talking like a movie critic, so pay attention. This is hilarious.
There's that stuttering again.
Here we go. Listen. Ugh.
What?
Hold on. Listen.
Like the Writers Guild?
Hold on.
Gee, like this movie?
Pedro, it's you.
So wait, so is this kid the black version of Professor Layton? Sorry, Luke Triton.
I guess.
Could be either, Professor.
Okay, Joe. Did you after that scene with the critic? Have you realized what Shyamalan is going for this film?
Yes, I can see. This is all symbolism. Story represents the boldness and mysteriousness of M. Night Shyamalan's.
You're on the right track, but the
story.
point is that basically, Jova, this is a deconstruction of the making of a story. You know, story is the reason she's called story is because they have to get her somewhere. You know, AKA we have to move on with the story.
Exactly. I can. Yeah. Yeah, that's sort of what I meant. It's like, well, yeah. She pretty much represents how M. Night Shyamalan's conveying the story, whereas the movie critic represents the naysayers.
Yep.
And Paul, I guess, represents the reader, hence the stuttering. M. Night Shyamalan is the writer, and his sister is the memory gal, I guess we'll call it. And the Chinese woman is the translator.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess, this actually does seem like potential for a good story, actually.
Yeah, it's an incredibly creative idea. The problem is that it's in the hands of, well, and not Shyamalan.
I mean, seriously, this has got to be some of the... Okay, why is everyone crowding around her now?
Duh.
Yeah, nothing creepy about
guys,
this at all.
naked chick, come and watch. There you go, Jova. The story is literally dead in its stop. Right
So let me get this straight. Everyone in the hotel believes this just like that?
just like that.
And now the subtlety of what M. Night Shyamalan's trying to convey is gone.
Implying that there was any subtlety to begin with.
Well, I kind of didn't know where he was going with for, like, I don't know, maybe the first few minutes or so, and it had something of a subtle message. But nope, at this rate, no. He's even going to the point of saying, the interpreter shall interpret this. And again, why is everyone crowding around her?
Because this is amazing and you've never heard of any of this before, I guess. I don't know. They're all curious, I guess.
And why doesn't she speak to them? We've seen her be able to speak just fine.
I guess she's having, she needs to recover her life. That's why we need the healer too.
But she was talking just fine, even when poisoned. And after she was cured.
Look at her face.
Okay. Again, everyone is acting so nonchalant about this. No one in the audience is going, guys, this is just a little bit strange. That's all I ask.
Jova, again, M. Night Shyamalan. You know the drill.
Right. For a guy who wants us to...
like Doug Walker said in his science review, this man, not just his science review, he also his After Earth review. It's like this man has no idea how human behavior works.
Yeah. Again, I wouldn't mind this so much if he didn't constantly ask us to take everything seriously in his movies. It's like, if he would just let that essence go and let people make fun of it, just fine, then, this wouldn't be nearly as bad, and I wouldn't be harping on this for being so unrealistic. Then again, he also tried to make Last Airbender of all things realistic, and that's a show with a flying bison, and yet he thinks that can be made realistic. What? Pedro, please tell me I heard that wrong. That was not their actual plan, was it?
Yes, it is the actual plan.
No, I must be going deaf. Seriously, no. He did not actually just suggest that. What? Could you just repeat that plan for me?
Joe, if I do that, you might go nuts. Let's just move on with the story.
What story? Oh, wait, that's right. The story, a.k.a. story.
I mean, this is one of those, Joe, this is probably one of those critic-proof films. You can't accuse this film of not having a story because there she is, right there.
This may be the first film I've ever seen that actually tries to deconstruct the making of a story. Why is this the only movie that's actually thought about that?
It's a very clever idea, but yeah.
Yeah, again.
Here's the thing, what I said before. Remember what I said before, Joe, about guns?
Yeah.
I'm not usually the first one on jumping out on, people charging guns, blazing and thing, but, why don't you just have someone with a semi-automatic and wait for the wolf to show up just to shoot him?
Heck, why don't they just go out and buy some guns? At least give that a try. You can purchase guns at some stores,
Like I said, Jova, there's no world outside of this building.
Also, she's using a walkie-talkie.
Oh, so now she can talk just fine.
Basically, now she's guiding him into the lair of the wolf or some shit like that.
Why?
Shut up, plot.
No, if I recall
Uh,
correctly, there is between the figures that gets around the Narf, there is some warrior that is supposed to basically be the tank against the wolf.
And they're trying to
know.
find this warrior?
If I recall correctly, no, he's basically the one. No, this is Paul Giamatti.
Oh,
Right?
so Paul Giamatti is supposed to be the warrior. Okay, so
I
what's he
can't
supposed...
remember. No, I can't remember the details. Again, it's been a few
but
years.
no, Joe. For now, he's just the Guardian. Basically, from what I could tell from what she's saying, they're looking for some kind of weapon or some shit.
That just happens to be in the wolf's lair.
That makes sense, since it's the only thing against him, he wants to make sure no one uses against him.
But he...
Also, why are we looking at Paul Giamatti's ass?
Oh, here it is.
Allow me to quote the top 100 things of what you should do to be an evil villain from TV tropes. Okay, rule number something. I will not keep the one weapon that can defeat me on my person. Instead, I will keep it hidden in my secret safety deposit box. Seriously, isn't it kind of stupid to be here hiding in your own lair?
Okay, hold on, Joe. She just told us that if the Guardian looks the wolf in the eyes, the wolf will stay frozen or some shit like that.
Basically, the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who.
Wait, then why do you even need the weapon?
This is...
Also,
Seriously,
where are his eyes?
Okay, the music isn't exactly helping the mood. Oh, so now he should run. Well, I guess Paul Giamatti's dead. Yay! I guess.
Hold on.
What the?
I really don't know.
Why couldn't this have been a comedy? It would have worked out so much better, considering all the comedic moments.
Okay, Shyamalan, you're not... okay, allow me to bring up another problem.
That's not clever.
It's not clever at all. I can tell what he's going for. Oh, if I have the critic point out the tropes and what's going on, this makes my movie smart. I'm self-aware and shit. No. All you're doing is completely that's just completely distracting. And it takes me out of the movie.
Like I said... Yeah.
Which brings me up to what is quite possibly my main problem with this movie. Every single character in this movie is constantly talking about how they're in a story, how they're in a movie, how I'm the writer, how I'm the Guardian, and whatever. It's impossible for me to be invested in this when every single minute I'm being reminded that I'm watching a movie.
No. I mean, seriously, when Deadpool, of all things, actually acts more like he's in a story than you are, you're doing something wrong.
The problem is, Jova, they're not actually breaking the fourth wall.
That's my point.
We're just thinking them as set pieces. Think of it like
that's what I'm saying to
Tarquin thinks of people in the Order of a Stick.
I get that too. What I'm saying is like, well, they're acting less subtle about it than Deadpool. Freaking Deadpool.
Well, Deadpool is just self-aware. That's a completely different way of thinking.
Well, what I'm saying is like, well, it's getting to the point where it feels like they're trying to be Deadpool with how unsubtle about the whole story thing is. I'm agreeing with Pedro on that. So, now what?
Welcome to new guys from Poolside Party. Babies on love tip.
Wait, there's a new guy? Okay, so let me get this straight.
No, his plan will be having a party, so basically the wolf will be distracted.
What? So let me get this straight. They're literally gonna host a... Why doesn't he just tell everyone about it, since everyone seems to be in on it already? Oh, for God. You know, I think I've raised another problem with this movie. This movie seems to have a sense of identity crisis. It can't seem to tell when it wants to be self-aware, when it wants to be humorous, when it wants to be serious. Everything is it's like it's trying to be all three of those things at the same time, all the time, even when it's unintentional. Eh. Whoa, goody. Oh, so I was right. Something did happen to his family.
Yeah.
No, you think? Sorry about that, but...
And now wind. And here's M. Night shitting out the script for The Happening.
Is this actually the script? Oh my god, you're right. I think. So I guess this was a preview. Gee, that is the most original thing I've ever heard since almost every disaster movie.
Basically, he's getting inspiration from stories so he can write his miraculous book.
So, what he's telling us is that the origin of M. Night Shyamalan is that he got a premonition from a lady in the water.
Yes.
That would actually kind of make a lot of sense, sadly.
Also, Star Wars music again.
Like, yeah, again, allow me to voice this out again. M. Night Shyamalan is the writer who's basically
Our savior.
Our savior. He's going to write a book that will forever change the world.
I don't think I've ever seen any other product that has had the director or whatever shill themselves this much.
This is the most self-indulgent piece of shit I've ever seen. Like, seriously.
And that's even after we've seen so much of David Cage's stuff. David Cage actually has more dignity in that regard. By the way, wasn't there supposed to be a time limit of when she needed to return or something?
Kind of, but it's not. It's kind of vague.
Again, I hate... This sort of goes back to the thing. I hate films that don't really have any sense of time of the essence, or, time or any of that sort of stuff.
But Jova, we need to inspire M. Night Jesus here.
So yeah, this is a movie that does break all the rules, pretty much.
The entire purpose of Jova, the entire purpose of this movie is for Shyamalan to massage his own ego.
Yeah, I think you're right. The Nostalgia Critic does need to review this, Pedro.
Oh yeah, totally. Just look at this. There's so much to work with here.
Exactly. You know what's amazing is this is quite possibly even less story than one of the most boring films I've ever seen. Yet there's still so much to work with because of how utterly bonkers this is. And again,
Pool party.
Yeah, again I realized something. Pedro, what else has happened since the last 2/3 or half of this film?
Let me check. We're pretty much 30 minutes away from the end of the movie.
So yeah, what has happened since the last half?
Don't worry, Jova. Believe it or not, we still haven't gotten to what is quite possibly the worst scene in the movie for me.
Whoa, you mean there's something even worse than M. Night Shyamalan massaging his own ego?
Well, okay, fine. What I mean is the worst scene film-wise, not the let's be fair for a moment. Yes, it's true. I'm not being fucking indulgent as shit is of course incredibly distracting and takes you away from the movie, obviously. However, as far as the story goes, it's not exactly a problem. It doesn't actually cause plot holes or contradict anything.
I agree.
What I mean is the worst scene in the game story-wise.
Oh, okay. So this is going to be something that pretty much takes all the lore that we've learned about this
No,
movie
no, no, no,
so
no, not
far.
that, not that. Basically, it's a scene that I get where he's going for with that, but it's so badly written and directed. Oh, don't worry, I'll properly dissect it when we get to that.
So let me get this straight. It's something that you find unbelievable even by Shyamalan standards.
Yes, but we'll get to that.
Whoa, that promises to be interesting.
I'll just say this: it involves the movie critic.
Oh boy. Again, this music
Also,
is so Camelot-esque.
there's a storm coming. That line is so cliche by this point. There's so many works of fiction with that stupid line. There's a storm coming. There's a storm coming.
I think there's
like-
even a movie called There's a Storm Coming at this rate. What?
You
So
do what you
wait.
think is right.
Wait. So now all of a sudden she doesn't want to be a Narf?
I guess she learned how good and mankind is, and she doesn't want to leave her friends or some shit like that.
Yeah, I know. She got on such friendly terms with them after holding hands, doing that face symbol. Yeah, again, what interaction did she have with them?
Not really, none.
Also,
Okay, so
what kind
the
of
pool
music
party
is
will be-
this?
I don't know. Oh no, garden hoses. You know what that means.
Water party or something? What is she doing? Oh.
You know that putting clothes on lights is not a. It's a risk of burning things.
Why is she even doing that?
Because she wants to see the wolf coming. She needs to see if the wolf is coming.
By the way, why would having all these people here distract the wolf?
Basically, so that they can land the story and have the giant eagle take her back.
So she has to get back to the pool, right?
No. She's gonna be carried away into the sky by a giant eagle.
But she needs to be near the pool to do that.
Right. Yeah.
Again, it's what
She
they
will
said before.
she will raise into the skies, and then she will absolve us of all our sins.
You know, this is actually starting to make creationist stuff seem completely sane.
No, I'm actually going to disagree with you there. I still think
How about Mormon creationist stuff?
I'll still take this over dumb creationism every day.
I don't know, because
especially if it's Josh Fewer Fuckstein.
I have no idea who that is, but
You
whatever.
know that guy, that the armored skeptic.
Oh,
made a
that
video.
one. Oh, good.
The fat guy who looks like Kevin James.
Yeah.
The guy who quote unquote disproves evolution in 3 minutes.
Uh-oh, she dropped the makeup. That means she can't keep an eye on the wolf.
Anyway, hey, M. Night, maybe you could write something better since you're the writer. Write a better ending for this story.
Wait, hold on. Why does she need the mirror that badly?
So she can see the wolf coming, Jova.
Why can't
Without
she just...
actually looking into the eye.
What happens if she looks into
Basically,
his
Jova,
eyes?
unless you're the guardian, you cannot look at the wolf in the eyes, otherwise you'll die or some shit like that.
Okay.
No. Basically, no. It's not like that. Basically, only the guardian can stun and see the wolf by looking the wolf in the eyes. Basically, all other
that's kind of the
effects.
same thing, though. It's fine.
No. All other effects just make the wolf bum rush at you.
Oh, okay. There he goes.
He popped a balloon. What?
We have to get the music rolling again, I guess. I don't know.
universe would light up and... Okay, are you sure this isn't creationist?
Okay, did we really need that shot of... Okay, fine, whatever.
What's going on?
Oh no! Story's dead!
What?
The
She's
story
dead?
is... The plot... The story is literally dead on its tracks.
Oh, so Story's not dead, or is she?
We'll see, Jova, we'll see.
Because that would be pretty stupid to just kill her like that. Why is her hair yellow? Eh?
What? Oh.
So she's... So she's dead. Huh.
No, Jova. She's not all dead. She's just mostly dead. There's a difference between... There's a difference between all dead and mostly dead. Please
Then
open her
why
mouth.
the
Please open your mouth.
Then why the heck didn't the wolf kill
Oh boy.
her? Wait, so now the wolf can go in?
Yup.
Oh boy, it's this. It's now, right? I think it's...
No,
we're almost there.
Not yet.
So the wolf can go into the... Why couldn't the wolf do that before?
I can't remember. I think they said that, but can't remember. Maybe no. Maybe it's the fact when they mentioned the three monkey judges. Maybe they said that the wolf is too afraid of breaking the rules or something.
And now the wolf just went...
Yeah, he's
"Fuck
doing
it."
that because this is the last night. He is desperate to obtain his goal.
Yeah.
That doesn't make a lick of sense, but sure, why not? Sudoku? We're using Sudoku?
No, it's crosswords.
This is 2006. Jova.
Sudoku was not
wasn't
that popular.
Even if it wasn't that popular, but even still, but yeah, so we're using crossword puzzles. Wait. No, your purpose is to become Ragnarok and destroy Cocoon.
Plot twist. His son is the actual interpreter.
Of course! Because the film wasn't building that up already, now was it?
Yeah, technically there is a twist in this movie. But it's kind of predictable.
Exactly. It's like, isn't it kind of obvious of his son being all super smart and everything?
Hold on, wait for it. Yeah, the problem was that Paul Giamatti listened, asked for advice to the movie critic. Basically, Shyamalan is saying with this statement that asking advice to a movie critic is bad for you because it will give you bad direction.
Oh boy, here we go.
And now they're gonna kill him.
This is the scene. Okay, here we go. This is just... Oh god.
Hold on, Jova. Without commenting, just listen.
Yeah, listen, Jova. I'll properly cover it later. I hate this scene.
Shh. Oh, hi, doggy.
Shut up.
Shh.
Oh, come on! Oh, will you just kill him already? We know what you're going for. Okay.
Hold on, Jova. Listen.
There you go.
Okay, can I? Okay, Pedro, before you go into a rant, allow me to bring up one problem I have with this scene. It's like, well, okay, what kind of person would function like this? In any form, unrealistic or realistic, what kind of person would try and list out a plan like that and expect to come out alive? I mean, seriously, whether or not your plan will work, you have to realize that you're giving the guy time to leap at ya.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, go
Okay.
on, Pedro.
Okay, did you?
But the footage was sped up.
You know who also does that? Uwe Boll.
Okay, Pedro, I kind of missed a bit of what you said since, like, well,
Me
you
too.
know. Yeah, could you
What?
start back from the beginning? We sort of missed a bit of what you said there.
I cut out.
Ooh,
Yeah,
what
it's
you
because of
say?
Okay, fine, whatever. The point is, okay, so the guy is literally telling the story as it's happening. Oh my god, this is the part where me, the unlikable sidekick, gets killed because karma and shit. But no, this is a family film, therefore maybe I will escape and then learn valuable lessons. The first time I saw this movie, I literally facepalmed. I was really like, I just.
Hey, here's another question. How does he know there's been no nudity? Did he just happen to be there every time that woman was around? Okay, go on.
It's so that's the closest this movie comes from breaking the fourth wall, and they don't flat out break the fourth wall, but they might as well. I mean, it's so fucking distracting,
I mean, wow.
it's so pretentious about the way it's done.
And also notice that so far the movie critic is the only one who got killed by the wolf. The wolf has only its goal on story. He doesn't have intention of killing the other people. So why the fuck did he just kill the movie critic? He had no interest in killing him.
But Teo, the critic himself explained it. He's the unlikable side character, therefore he must die.
Yeah, the sad thing is that movie critic actually
just because you're pointing out you're being cliche doesn't change the fact that you're being cliche.
You know what says the fact that up until this last scene, the movie critic actually seemed like one of the smarter people in the movie. And yet, all of a sudden, they have him pull out such an idiot stick. So, what are they doing now?
Basically, they're finding the real people that fits the role.
You just don't do that. I mean, imagine if sometime, let me think of a.
Well, while you're thinking of that, Pedro, I also have another thing I want to point out. Isn't M. Night Shyamalan kind of contradicting himself in the sense it's like, okay, here's the thing, it's like, well, apparently you need these particular people to fulfill.
I'm sorry, Joe. I have to do it. If you jump into a wash disher, you are really all wet.
Yep. Okay. So yeah,
it's raining.
I got one. Imagine if somewhere in the middle of the Expendables, Eric Roberts turned to the audience and went, "Oh my god, this is the part where all the action stars start shooting at people, and I will die since I'm the villain." Like, you can't do that, okay?
Yep. And also, can I point out a big contradiction in the writing here?
What?
You know how M. Night strove out to have this all be about, oh, I can break the rules and everything, and it can still be great? Well, isn't it kind of very specific how you're still having these particular people who don't fulfill the roles not be able to do it? I mean, wouldn't a better message have been like, well, hey, even if you aren't the people who are picked for these roles, it can still work. But no, he's having it that they were the wrong people. So no, you have to follow the rules of the story after all.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he kind of shot down his own message with that. Maybe I'm thinking a bit too hard in it, but I don't know. The fact that he's been trying to hammer it into my head so hard, I think I can see why I'm thinking like that. So now what?
Basically, now they got back the real roles for the people, and basically we need to get back to square one and made in time so the eagle can carry her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And how do we know these are the actual right people this time?
Because it's basically this time around, Paul Giamatti chose them by himself by listening to his heart on some shit.
Of
Yeah.
course. Why he didn't just do that in the first place? We will
Because
never
he
know.
was still insecure.
He's
Yeah.
not still insecure?
He's a bit more courageous now.
I suppose. Though if he stutters again, for God's sakes.
It's time to duel.
What? I'm sorry,
It's
weren't you of all people disbelieving this lady?
Lady.
So let me get this straight. So all of a sudden, she now believes it all, even though she herself was sort of calling him crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a real great... Huh?
Jova, have faith in storytelling, Jova. Just have faith.
He has no idea what he's doing at this point.
Sorry,
does he?
Mirror's Edge was not my cup of tea.
Really? We're basing stuff on butterflies now.
Yes.
They said that before. The healer is a person that is surrounded by butterflies.
Huh. Yeah, because one butterfly
So-
means it. One freaking butterfly
So,
equates to surrounded.
so Lady Series from King's Quest 7.
Yeah, she has a lot more butterflies. Oh yeah, who was this guy again?
The war veteran that got his family killed, and he was always in his apartment with all these books.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
a war veteran.
Also, can I also mention something? Isn't it incredibly convenient that all the necessary people are in this building?
Yeah, just happened to be rooming at the hotel.
Thing. That's the thing. If the mermaid people have they're basically offspring.
Hold on, Teo.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they might as well have a choir here.
Healing
Basically,
powers out of the blue.
mermaid people have their offspring. Basically the people that needs to get back to their land, planted or make them grow in places where all the roles of the story can be fitting. The problem is, it doesn't really make sense because this is an hotel where people go and went basically all the time.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, basically the plot twist is that Paul Giamatti is not the Guardian; he's the healer.
Yeah.
What?
That's the plot twist, Jova. He's not actually the Guardian. He's been the healer all this time.
So in hindsight, he could have very easily died when she sent him to go stare at the wolf.
Yep,
That's why
that's why happen.
That's why he couldn't stop the wolf. Basically, they still have to find the Guardian so that the Guardian can stop the wolf and shit.
Oh, so there was a twist after all.
So Jova,
The twist doesn't really. The reason most people don't. The reason I don't really find this that much of a twist, at least compared to these other ones, is because it doesn't really change anything. All it does is pad out the story.
So Jova, between all the information you have been given through this movie, who you think the Guardian is?
The veteran?
Remember, you have seen the character.
The war veteran?
Nope.
The granddaughter?
Nope.
The son?
What son?
What son?
You know, the 10-year-old.
No.
That one's
M.
the
Night
Inspector.
Shyamalan.
No, that's the writer.
Thank goodness, no. Because
His
otherwise
sister?
it would be literally Deus Ex Machina saving his own movie.
His sister, then?
No.
Don't worry, you will see.
I-
And when you see, you'll go like,
look, and now she's
oh, right.
Why is she blonde?
Okay, here's another problem that confused Matthew brought up in his review. When the only stake in your movie is whether will X get home is the only stake in your movie, then the audience has to care, and I mean care their ass off for that character. And this character, she's not a character; she's a plot. She's the story itself. She's not even a character; she's the story itself. Don't worry, M. Night. You will one day change the world with your genius.
By telling a story where if a jelly toast lands on the jelly side, that means the devil is in the building.
Yes. Oh man.
So I have no idea.
This is the main reason why I still kind of like Shyamalan. For as bad as his movies are, I always find something entertaining in them.
Yeah. So you're telling me that the wolf isn't going to pick them off?
The wolf is waiting. Oh, okay. Here we go.
Oh,
I guess
I'm so cutie.
Aw, it's so cute. They're scratching at the door.
Come on.
I have a power.
One of these days. Come on. We have
Let
to
me
finish.
guess, the Guardian's in here.
No.
Oh.
Oop, someone's opened the door.
Notice how her hair is orange again.
Oh, okay. Is there any reason for that?
No, I don't really understand why even.
Hold on.
Wow.
Wait for it. He's behind me, isn't it?
Yep. I'm actually surprised he didn't go ahead and say that.
And now, Jova, here's another. Here's the second part of the plot twist of who the real Garden is.
He's both.
I think it's right now, isn't it?
No.
Wait, is it?
No.
He's
Hold
also
on.
the Guardian?
No.
Oh no.
Or is it herself that's the Guardian?
Hold
No.
on.
You'll see.
Remember, you have seen the character.
I'm
It's not just who you think he is.
Could it be the brainy kid's
Oh
dad?
my god, that thing looks so awful. That thing doesn't look like it's even there.
And
Hold on.
nobody has a gun. Who? Let's see. Who's Reggie?
Oh, wait
Hold on.
for it.
And there you go. That's the
Oh,
Guardian.
you've got to be kidding me! What?
That's right. The guy who was lifting that weight and has one arm developed and the other one not. He's the Guardian.
Okay, seriously, this is comedy now. This is straight up comedy. Seriously, the over-the-top music, the guy just standing there dumbfounded and everything. This is a parody. This is not serious at all. He's not
And
There's
serious.
the eagle.
He's not serious, is he?
Yes, he is.
Why? No, don't turn around, you dumb nut.
How is he the Guardian?
And there you go, the monkey judges.
Oh, so now the monkey judges.
That's right.
What?
Okay.
Where were you?
How am I supposed to do this?
Am I-
Seriously?
what
Just
am-
look at.
What is this? What is this? No, seriously, what is
It's
this?
something they said before. Basically, the monkey judges are supposed to tame the wolf in order to let the
I know,
nerf have a
I know,
chance
Theo.
to escape.
I get
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
but where
yeah,
the hell
we-
were they?
But look, I know, Theo. But look at this. How it looks so silly.
It's a fairy tale. It's supposed to be silly.
No. Even by
Even
fairy
by-
tale standards. I mean,
This is a parody. Nothing you say can convince me
No,
otherwise.
Jova, don't worry. Here's another. You will see in a bit another thing that really confused me even the first time I watched this movie.
Let me guess, she's
You will
in love
see.
with him.
No. It's not the deck. It involves the movie itself. Don't worry. You'll just see. It's neither a progression.
I guess I can give this movie one credit, is that it doesn't seem to be stooping to the whole horror movie stuff so much.
Wait for it.
Why can't we see the bird clearly? Why does it have to be from the water?
there we go, Jova. She just.
Hold on, no,
parted-
wait. Wait, Pedro.
Da-da-na-na-na-na-na.
Mm,
Da-da-na-na-na-na.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, that's a bird movie. I can see. And I see that you're flipping it at me, too.
Granted, I like the score, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Hold on.
And he's gonna cry a tear, isn't he?
No.
Nope, that's
Oh.
how the movie ends.
Wait, what? No! What? 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 That's the ending? What?
This thing confused me, even me and my friend as a kid. Why there's no epilogue?
There's no epilogue, no nothing. It just ends like that. We don't
No,
even.
no, you don't get it, Shova. Story's gone. Therefore, there's no story. Therefore, the movie ends.
But she wasn't even there in the beginning.
So, your final thoughts? Because
I think I need to.
Allow me.
I think I need to lie down for a bit.
I can get them out pretty quickly. This movie, I am to this day, I am still baffled by this movie. I mean, even when you take away the fact that Shyamalan is clearly self-indulging himself, and while also taking a jab at critics by having the movie critic character being killed, yes, that's awful, and it takes me out of the movie and shit. But even when you take away that, the story is stupid. I can tell what he's going for. I really do, and I get it. It's a fairy tale. However, you can't just have. There's a reason why fairy tales have been updated over the years. You can't just put this in a modern film, especially one that is supposed to be taken seriously and takes place in the real world, and just, go for pure fairy tale logic. You need to update it, the characters are constantly talking in a way that, again, they're not breaking the fourth wall, but they might as well. The characters are constantly reminding me that I'm watching a movie, so it's impossible for me to get into this fucking movie. The characters are about as complex as a fucking bench. The music is great. I love the music, but the direction is balls. It's crap. It's just crap. It makes no sense. Jova.
Oh god, this movie. It's like this movie had a slow start. I thought, it's just gonna be a boring M. Night Shyamalan film, but then all of a sudden the film starts trying to run 3 different themes of humor, horror, and then some self-referential stuff. It's like, look, if you keep those somewhat segregated, or at least try to work them together cleverly, that would work. But no, he constantly has them all meshed together, and it leaves me awfully confused. And yeah, ego tripping aside, what did this story actually accomplish? It just got a woman, it got a wolf apparently pummeled by monkeys, and a woman taken up by an eagle. And yes, that actually happened. That's usually the sort of stuff that you joke about, but no. Literally, a bunch of monkeys just came together and beat the story's antagonist. Wait, so apparently it's like, is this symbolism for monkeys could write a better script or something? I don't know.
Maybe. If you remember that saying where if you put 1 million monkeys writing at typewriters, they will eventually produce the greatest novel ever written.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. But yeah, what else? But I also don't like how, while trying to break the rules, he still contradicts himself by also including rules in the story, and still follows them. It's like, are you sure you were actually trying to break the rules, M. Night, or were you just trying to show us that you could supposedly do them better than everyone else? And then, the ending. My god, that ending! I mean, come on, at least give an epilogue and show us what happens to everyone afterwards. But no, it's just, boom, story's gone. That's it for the story. That was enraging, kind of. And the way he killed off the critic guy was not only utterly cliche, but awfully done. My god, this movie is awful. Downright awful in everything it does and tries to do. It's a train wreck. It was fun to watch, but it's a train wreck.
Alright, Teo, now that you've seen it for the second time as an adult, what are your thoughts now?
I can see where, the complaints come from, but I still cannot, maybe it's call it a nostalgia caution that, halt the damage or something. But like, strangely enough, I cannot bring myself to hate this movie,
I can see
even
where you're
despite
coming.
its problems, because even nostalgia aside, I find this movie fascinating. Unlike the vast majority of M. Night movies, with Signs, I was not invested in the alien part, in the sci-fi supposed part. With the village, I was not invested in the supposed mystical part. But with this movie, I was fascinated by the fairy tale stuff and the lore. They kind of made me interested in knowing more about it. When again, Pedro, I know you personally, you're not a guy that loves to uh basically having handed just one thing and then having to discover the rest yourself. So I guess that's another reason why you're not that into this movie. But then again, I can see your problems with it about Shyamalan self-indulging and beating the living shit out of critics. But for the rest of it, I still kind of enjoyed it. At least it's the Shyamalan movie I enjoy the most, if I have to say.
I can see where you're coming from, Tio. I have to admit, I did get some fun out of watching this. And hey, the music score was amazing. The only problem
And
is that...
yeah, to be honest, I actually even like some of the supposed comedy parts because they mostly rely on slapstick when you really think about it.
Yeah. I mean, I will admit some of the comedy was actually done well, which sort of goes back to my issue in that M. Night Shyamalan wants us to take this completely seriously. I mean, I go, if he didn't have that one issue, I'd be
if you
okay.
remember my words, my main complaints derives just for the fact that there's a lot of segregation between fairy tale and real world stuff because we don't even know, aside from geography, we don't even know in what time period it is. Is it the 80s, the 70s?
Yeah.
I mean, we can pinpoint that due to people's clothes and shit like that, but it's not that clear anyway. Anyway, that's my basically general thoughts.
Yeah. It's like, well, if I can give this movie one thing, the music was amazing. The only problem is, like, well, at times, it didn't really seem to fit the genre. Exactly what genre is this film officially?
I think
fairy tale, I think.
urban fantasy.
Huh, I guess it could have worked for that, even though at times it seemed like this film was trying to go for a horror genre. Let me look.
Anyway,
Let's see.
Hey everybody, that's our commentary.
Oh,
of Lady in the Water. Enjoy the rest of the credits.
oh yeah, you're right. It was a fantasy thriller.
See ya, everybody.
All
See ya.
right.